latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020.
Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And other than that pesky wind out there all day today, and you can see it blowing at the bottom of your screen, lower right-hand corner as we look out at the beautiful Columbia River. It really wasn't a bad day. We did see plenty of sunshine at times today with temperatures right around the 80-degree mark. And as we take a look at the weekend ahead, kind of a mixed bag. Tomorrow, once again, it's going to be awfully breezy out there with wind gusts maybe between 25 and 30 miles an hour. The stronger wind will be closer to the Cascades. The problem is any new fire starts in grass and brush will move quickly because of those breezy conditions on Saturday. Really no chance for rain here, and by the time we get into Sunday, it will be beautiful. And I'll tell you more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Forest Service firefighters responded to 3 small lightning-caused wildfires burning in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. Wenatchee police have put out a warning about a possible scam involving telephone calls from someone identifying themselves as Deputy Jeremy Page. And we love where we live, we love who we are. That's the theme for this year's Wenatchee Pride event this Saturday at the Pybus Public Market. But first, we begin tonight. It's been 3 years since the Sleepy Hollow fire ripped a devastating path through the Wenatchee community, destroying 30 foothill homes and several warehouse buildings. But the man who stands accused of setting the fire is still awaiting trial. 39-year-old Jeremy J. Kendall is scheduled to be arraigned in Chelan County Superior Court on Monday after Judge Robert McSeveny ruled that the defendant is mentally competent to stand trial. Kendall has been undergoing treatment at Eastern State Hospital over the past 2 years after he confessed to sheriff's deputies that he started that fire. At that time, he said the Department of Health was transmitting voices into his head and controlling his body. He's currently being held in custody in Wenatchee. Forest Service firefighters responded to 3 small lightning-caused fires burning in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest and are also assisting Washington State Department of Natural Resource fire crews on fires burning on state-managed lands in north central Washington. The 10-acre Tommy Creek fire is burning approximately 30 miles northwest of Entiat. Today, around 30 to 35 firefighters with helicopter support have been working on this fire. The fire is burning in timber, down logs, and brush. The other 2 fires are much smaller and burning near Cle Elum and Natchez. Wenatchee police have put out a warning about a possible scam involving telephone calls from someone identifying themselves as Deputy Jeremy Page with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office does not employ a deputy by that name. The call is coming from a spoofed phone number that belongs to Napa Auto Parts in Yakima. So far, the subject has not asked for any information or money, and there's not been any indication of intimidation. If you receive a similar call, please contact Rivercom at 509-663-9911. We love where we live, we love who we love is the theme for this year's Wenatchee Pride event this Saturday at the Pybus Public Market. On a recent visit to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Catherine Grove told host NCW Life's Dan Kuntz it's the perfect opportunity for people to learn about the myths and misconceptions about the LGBTQ community.
It's funny. People are scared or hesitant to ask questions, right? So this is really the first really big public event in Wenatchee, and they, LGBTQ, and they're almost afraid to say it wrong or offend. And I think the important thing is we just want people to know, don't worry about offending. Like, at the end of the day, this is just about acceptance of your neighbor, and it goes outside of, we've had parents come to us that say, my child is not LGBTQ, but they're an outsider, they're outcast at school, and they're bringing their kids because of the environment of love, the environment of acceptance. And so Last year I went to the first Pride event, and I met some of my best friends that I have now. And don't know that I would have met them had there not been an event to do so.
The Wenatchee Pride Festival runs from 11 to 4 at the recently remodeled Event Center at Pybus. It's free to attend and open to everyone. Well, coming up next, the Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Management at Wenatchee Valley College has been accepted into Harvard University's Institute for Educational Management. The Chelan PUD warns the public that increased marmot populations are causing damage to area parks and neighboring orchards. The Washington State Patrol is now using drone technology as a tool for investigating traffic accidents and other incidents. And beginning today through this weekend, the Washington State Patrol will be conducting Slow Down, Move Over emphasis patrols statewide. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Vamanos junk haulers, big or small, they haul it all. Vamanos junk haulers are experienced at hauling junk from your household items to yard and construction debris. That old hot tub and eyesore, Vamanos will make it Vamanos. Recycling is a priority to Vamanos junk haulers. They'll haul away your old appliances and electronics. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vamanos Junk Haulers also rents trucks and trailers. Call Vamanos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Welcome back. In another news, Dr. Chio Flores, Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Management at Wenatchee Valley College, has been accepted into Harvard University's Institute for Educational Management. IEM is an immersive, 2-week program that helps higher education leaders learn how to lead change, articulate vision, and foster and support organizational change. Flores said she's looking forward to adding to her professional toolkit, exploring ways to better lead and champion change, and offering her perspective to the IEM 2018 cohort. Well, the Chelan PUD warns the public that increased marmot populations are causing damage to area parks and neighboring orchards, and they're a risk to humans. Marmot activities at Chelan PUD Kirby Billingsley Hydro Park and Riverfront Park in Wenatchee, and in the past at the Rocky Reach Hydro Project, are nothing new. These common rodents have wreaked havoc on flower plantings, as well as causing fish habitat damage and riverbank destabilization along the rocky banks of the Columbia and the Chelan rivers. Chelan PUD is asking for the public's help. Please do not feed the marmots. While these critters may look cute, they can carry diseases such as sylvatic plague, spread by marmot fleas that can come into contact with domestic pets and humans. Rocky Mountain spotted fever is another disease spread by marmots from infected ticks. Well, the Washington State Patrol is now using drone technology as a tool for investigating traffic accidents and other incidents. This video shows a Criminal Investigation Division detective using unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV, to map, document, and process the collision scene on State Route 28 in the Moses Lake area, where a distracted driver rear-ended an unmarked State Patrol car in a construction zone. This technology allows for faster processing of the scene. Well, beginning today through this weekend, the Washington State Patrol will be conducting Slow Down, Move Over emphasis patrols statewide. The purpose of the patrols is to help both troopers and citizens.
I was stopped with a collision that had crashed in the area. Asked her to buckle up, put her safety belt on, and was going to walk up.
Requires vehicles approaching an emergency or work zone to slow down and, if safe, to move over or change lanes. In the last 3 years, 86 patrol cars were hit and 32 troopers were injured. The State Patrol contacted more than 3,800 drivers in 2017 for move-over violations. A citation also comes with a $214 fine that cannot be waived or reduced. Well, it's time now for NCWLife's Megan McPherson to fill us in on some of the events going on around the Wenatchee Valley this weekend.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The International Accordion Celebration is June 21st to 24th in downtown Leavenworth. It includes accordion competitions, workshops, concerts in the Fest Hall, free performances at the Gazebo and Grange, free accordion lessons, accordion parade on Saturday, accordion vendors, accordion bands, jam sessions in restaurants, volunteer opportunities, and fun for all ages. Head to Cashmere for Founders Days, Friday the 22nd through Saturday the 23rd. Enjoy musical entertainment, arts and crafts, food, a car show, the grand parade, the famous ping pong ball drop from a helicopter, and so much more at this free 2-day event. Upper Valley Connections Icicle Players presents Disney's The Little Mermaid Jr. Friday, June 22nd at 7 p.m. and Saturday, June 23rd at 2 p.m. at Cashmere Middle School. Admission is by donation. And finally, the Chelan Century Challenge and Chelan Cycle Divine bike rides are Saturday, June 23rd at Don Morse Park in Chelan. Proceeds from these events are used for philanthropic purposes. Go online to centuryride.com to register. For more information on this weekend's events, visit ncwlife.com.
You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Hi, Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. When you think of Alpine Air in Wenatchee, think of professional, friendly customer service for all your heating and cooling needs. Alpine Air partners with Carrier, manufacturers of some of the best heating and air conditioning equipment available today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Visit our store in Wenatchee, meet our people, see our shop. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846. J&J Snack Foods makes a lot of dough-filled products. It's really hard to attract labor in this area. We've reached out to Goodwill, and Goodwill came through to help us get that achieved. John started here at the plant a couple of months ago. We promoted him to a dough maker. He's doing well.
I'm actually doing great. I'm finally getting more notice and appreciated for my work here. I love the products we make here.
If you're struggling finding the labor that you need, reach out to Goodwill. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
Hey, look at that, gang. We made it to Friday. Isaac Gutierrez's 2-run single highlighted a 5-run third, and Walla Walla played add-on from there, downing the Apple Sox last night by a final of 10-4. Wenatchee continued to have its issues fielding, committing 3 errors in the game as Connor McCord took the loss. 4 of his 6 runs allowed were earned last night, and just 4 innings to fall to 0-2 on the season. Jacob Prater was 1 for 1 at the plate with 3 runs and 2 walks. Apple Sox begin a 3-game weekend series tonight in Port Angeles against the Lefties at 6:35. Also in the West Coast League action last night as we turn to the Les Schwab scoreboard. Trey Morgan hit a grand slam home run in the 3rd. Added a 3-run shot in the 4th as Port Angeles salvaged the final of its series with Corvallis 12-4. Jake Moberg was 3 for 4 with 3 runs, and Cole Profick scorched a 3-run home run in Yakima Valley's 15-hit, 13-run performance in a win over Kelowna 13-5. Nick Nastrini and two relievers threw a 4-hit shutout to Cowlitz in a 5-0 win for Bellingham. Offensively, Matt James led the way for the Bells, going 3 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. 5 Portland pitchers for the second night in a row held Gresham down in a 1-run, 2-hit contest as the Pickles went off for a 12-1 non-league victory. Coming up tonight, besides Wenatchee at Port Angeles, Bellingham heads north to Victoria. Bend hosts Corvallis. Portland heads to Walla Walla, and Kelowna hosts Yakima Valley in a non-league game. Gresham is at Cowlitz. Well, James Paxton allowed 2 first-inning, 2-run home runs, and the Yankees held on for a 4-3 win over Seattle to sweep the 3-game series in New York yesterday. The Mariners brought the tying run to the plate 13 times in the ball game, but could not get it done in losing their 4th in a row. Kyle Seager provided some pop on the offensive side, slugging a 2-run homer and went 2 for 4 at the plate. Paxton took the loss, only his 2nd of the season, going just 5 innings, allowing 4 runs on 7 hits and 9 strikeouts. Manager Scott Service said it was a case of Paxton really not having his good stuff early.
Oh, yeah, it took him a little while to get it going. Obviously, they jumped on some fastballs in the first inning and hit him in good spots. But, you know, it wasn't as sharp as we've seen Pax. Obviously, the last couple times out haven't been as crisp as what we saw earlier in the season. But, you know, he hung in there. I thought actually the last inning he threw out there was probably the best inning he threw. We saw the cutter come back into play for him. He's had a hard time getting a feel for that pitch. But, you know, they got on him early. We did a good job. We created a lot of traffic, a lot of opportunities. You know, to win on the road, you got to get those big hits, and just wasn't the case today.
Seattle will try to get back on the winning track today with the first of 3 games in Boston. Wade LeBlanc gets the start for the Mariners against the Red Sox' Stephen Wright. Opening up the Les Schwab scoreboard again in the American League West. Very slim schedule. Luis Valbuena's 2-run home run helped power the Angels past Toronto 8-5 as LA won its 40th game of the season. Oakland and Chicago were rained out. So in the West, Houston 3.5 in front of Seattle, 9.5 in front of the Angels. Broadening the scope with the Mariners' 4-game losing streak, Seattle still leads the hunt for the wild card spot in the American League. And Mariner fans can take heart. Seattle has a better record than any team in the National League. At least there's that. Coming up on the sports schedule this weekend, there was a U17 tournament last weekend. Now the Apple Valley Packers host a U16 invite all weekend. Starts today, run through Sunday at Rec Park. Walla Walla Point Park is the site for 2 days Hum Babes men's softball tournament. That's tomorrow and Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, the NCAA Alliance FC women's soccer team plays host to Washington Premier. That'll be 2 o'clock at Lee Bofto Field at the Applefold. Couple of bike rides this weekend. Chelan this weekend. First, the Chelan Century Ride, a 105-mile ride, begins tomorrow morning at 7. Then at Don Morse Park at 9, it's the Chelan Cycle Divine, as riders will enjoy wine and a bicycle tour. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm Eric Granstrom. That's Sports. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Blossom Creek Memories Center in Wenatchee had a unique way to bring awareness to the issue of Alzheimer's with a fundraiser yesterday. And as he tends to do, NCW Life's Eric Granstrom made a big splash at the event.
Well, we're here at Blossom Valley today for the longest day, along with my good friend Rhonda Bollinger. I'm Eric Granstrom for the NCW Life channel. Rhonda, it's all for a good cause.
All for a good
I'm
cause.
soaking wet.
You are wet. We've got lots of money in the bank from everybody getting this one nice and wet. It feels good though because it's hot out here. But yeah, we've got lots of people that were lining up to get Eric wet.
Yeah, and they were successful even if they had to cheat a little bit here.
True enough.
But it's all for a good cause. We're helping to support the Alzheimer's Foundation during the longest day today. Of course, it's the longest day of the year, June 21st. And for anyone living with Alzheimer's or living with someone who has Alzheimer's, this is a long day, but nothing like what it is every day for someone who suffers from Alzheimer's.
True enough. True enough. And we do have a luminary lighting at 6 o'clock tonight.
So yeah, it's #EndALZ, and you can find out more online and of course visit them at their Facebook page here for Blossom Valley. Along with Rhonda Bollinger, I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for joining us on the NCW Life channel.
We'll be back with the recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
In our experience, some people are just cut out for charter college and for success in a new career. These charter types are hard workers. Charter types go above and beyond. and charter types are responsible. If you're ready to get to work making a better future for yourself, you're just our type. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Boating certainly has improved over the years. Check out the new Centurion boats with HD Touch Vision system and built-in coolers. Centurion is loaded with extras to make boating more fun and more comfortable. Get the best out of summer. Get your boat from Bobfile Boats and Motors. Online at bobfile.com and on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee.
Bobfile Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bobfile's gonna make you smile.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniac. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. It's been 3 years since the Sleepy Hollow fire ripped a devastating path through the Wenatchee community, destroying 30 foothill homes and several warehouse buildings. But the man who stands accused of setting the fire is still awaiting trial. 39-year-old Jeremy J. Kendall is scheduled to be arraigned in Chelan County Superior Court on Monday after Judge Robert McSeveny ruled that the defendant is mentally competent to stand trial. Kendall has been undergoing treatment at Eastern State Hospital over the past 2 years after he confessed to sheriff's deputies that he started the fire. At that time, he said the Department of Health was transmitting voices into his head and controlling his body. He's currently being held in custody in Wenatchee. Forest Service firefighters responded to 3 small lightning-caused wildfires burning in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest and also assisting Washington State Department of Natural Resource fire crews on fires burning on state-managed lands in north-central Washington. The 10-acre Tommy Creek fire is burning about 30 miles northwest of Eniat. Today, around 30 to 35 firefighters with helicopter support have been working on this fire. The fire is burning in timber, down logs, and brush. The other 2 fires are much smaller and burning near Cle-Elum and Natchez. We love where we live, we love who we love is the theme for this year's Wenatchee Pride event this Saturday at the Pybus Public Market. On a recent visit to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Catherine Grove told host NCW Life's Dan Kuntz it's the perfect opportunity for people to learn about the myths and misconceptions about the LGBTQ community.
It's funny. People are scared or hesitant to ask questions, right? So this is really the first really big public event in Wenatchee, and they, LGBTQ, and they're almost afraid to say it wrong or offend. And I think the important thing is we just want people to know, don't worry about offending. Like, at the end of the day, this is just about acceptance, acceptance of your neighbor, and it goes outside of, we've had parents come to us that say, my child is not LGBTQ, but they're an outsider. They're outcast at school, and they're bringing their kids because of the environment of love, the environment of acceptance. And so last year I went to the first Pride event, and I met some of my best friends that I have now. And don't know that I would have met them had there not been an event to do so.
The Wenatchee Pride Festival runs from 11 to 4 at the recently remodeled Event Center at Pybus. It's free to attend and open to everyone. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. But before we get to those details and your upcoming weekend weather forecast, let's take a look outside our beautiful weather window today. Still some breezy conditions. In fact, we did see gusts today of around 30 miles an hour in some locations. You can see the grass blowing the bottom right-hand corner of your screen as we take a look at the Columbia River. Blue sky out there and some high cloudiness. Temperatures pretty much around the 80-degree mark today, and that's where we'll be today, but we are in for a warm-up as we move into the upcoming weekend. As we take a look at our surface loop right now, this is our situation at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Remember, oranges predominantly upper 70s to upper 80s as we darken that color up to red. Then we're looking in upper 80s to 90s. The greens are 60s and the yellows 70s on our temperature map. As we move into 4 o'clock tomorrow, not a whole lot will change except we'll warm up. We're still going to see some breezy conditions for Saturday, maybe gusts to around 28 miles an hour with a steady wind 15 to 20. But then by Sunday, yeah, it gets redder, doesn't it? In fact, we could see 91 degrees here in the Wenatchee area on Sunday and only about a 5 to 10 mile per hour south wind on Sunday. As we move into Monday, though, look at that cool down. We got a lot of 60s moving into the Cascades. We will be in the 70s. We're talking upper 70s for us for Monday here in North Central Washington, and that's pretty much where we're going to stay under a very strong westerly flow throughout the early part of next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Our low tonight will drop down. We're still mild, aren't we? 59 degrees overnight. Windy conditions tonight, not as much as today, but we're still going to see a bit of wind. Tomorrow, windy as well, and 84. And look at that weather as we finish our weekend on Sunday. Sunny and hot. 91 our high temperature, 63 our low, and then that 10-degree cool down as we go from Sunday to Monday. That cooler westerly flow will move in. A cold front will also slide through. 81 for Monday, 56 our overnight low. Tuesday will actually be below normal. 78 degrees for Tuesday, 80 is our normal high temperature right now. 55 the overnight low, and then midweek next week, Wednesday mostly sunny and 81, mostly sunny and 80 late in the week next week on Thursday. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from LocalTel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value LocalTel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetites. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
Oh, hey, Nate. What you doing there?
I'm just reading a book.
A book? I didn't even know they made those anymore. Where'd you get it?
Right down the street at Yield Bookshop.
Yield Bookshop? I'm gonna go check it out.
If you're looking for a good book to read or you're in the market for some beautiful handcrafted creations from local artisans, look no further than Yield Bookshop right in the heart of downtown Wenatchee.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.